There are many allegations right now that, and this is the phrase they use, external hands, dirty external hands are at work in the pro-democracy movement. Are you being actively encouraged by people outside Hong Kong?
Not at all. I just flew in from Geneva. I went to the United Nations to talk to the Human Rights Committee and others. But now, if people make
you're seeking, if I may say so, to internationalize this. You're trying to take to the Geneva Human Rights Committee complaints.
Because Hong Kong is a party to the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights with China's blessing. Although the NPC has not yet allowed China to be party to it, but because the British extended that treaty to us, so we continue to submit to the scrutiny of the UN.
But
and also
China's Foreign Minister very
CEDAW.
clearly the other day said Hong Kong's affairs are nothing but China's internal affairs.
But China has not dared to come out and to criticize the UN. And you know the UN Secretary General has expressed concern about what's happening in Hong Kong. But I'm referring to those allegations, particularly those made by C.Y. Leung. I asked him, I challenged him to produce the evidence. You cannot just make some empty allegations on a TV program or something, and then people like you will say, yeah, Emily Lau, is this true? And I tell you it's not true.
Well, you've made a big noise on this program trying to get David Cameron and other international leaders on your side. That's your right. But it is interesting, is it not, that most significant leaders around the world have been very muted in their criticism of Beijing.
They want to go into the big market of China. We know that. But with Britain, because Britain has run Hong Kong for 1.5 centuries, and they have signed the Sino-British Joint Declaration, which promised the Hong Kong people that we will have our free lifestyle, capitalism and all that, civil liberties, for 50 years after 1997. So there is a very clear responsibility. Okay, with Britain's allies, they look at Britain. If Britain doesn't say anything, of course they won't do very much, and they're very eager to do business with China. But with Britain, this is very, very different. And I hope you will get these politicians to come onto your show to tell us why they do not want to do something.
But let me be blunt with you. There are surveys every so often in Hong Kong which ask the people of Hong Kong whether they view positively or negatively China, which is, of course, ultimately the sovereign power in Hong Kong. Even today, with all of the critiques flying around that you've made on this program, half of the respondents say that they have a positive view of China. Do you have a positive view of China?
Oh, I definitely have a positive view of China. I just don't have a positive view of the leadership, the communist leaders. China's been around for thousands of years. I'm proud to be Chinese, but I don't like the communist leaders who are running the country. But I repeat, we are not trying to have a revolution, to use violence to overthrow the government. We just want Beijing to keep its promise.
But do you seriously believe a China led by Xi Jinping and the Communist Party is ever going to allow Hong Kong to have the kind of democracy that would inevitably then become a model for at least some in mainland China as well?
Well, we're going to give it a very hard try. I will not say yes, but we will try. And it will be good for China. And good if they really want to entice Taiwan.
Not good for the ruling Communist Party.
Well, even if they allow a multi-party system, the Communist Party may give itself another name, and they stand for election, and they may still win. So why should they be so frightened?
Emily Lau, with that thought hanging in the air, we have to end this edition of Hard Talk. Thanks for being on the program.
Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you very much.